The Buck 110 might be the most famous knife from America. Who doesn't know its classic design, good looks and bad steel? Oh, yeah, I said it. This knife has bad steel. 420HC steel. We never believed this legendary knife to be good. Hence the reason why we never made a video about it. We have respect for Buck and recognize that it might just not be the knife for us. So no need to bash their respectable name. Until I saw a video from Zach in the wild.
What if I told you you could buy a knife with a no-fuss lifetime warranty, and that if you did end up with any problems, the person fixing your knife has over 47 years of experience fixing knives exactly like yours.
This company and people look amazing, and the service looks impeccable. Also, the price really is quite good, which gave me the following idea. Even though we don't like the knife's specs, can we make this knife work? And were we wrong all along? The answer, well, it might surprise you actually. Keep watching, this is gonna be a wild one. This video is sponsored by Lumnia. Remember the Roca knife, huh? The knife that blew us away and the knife we named the best knife of 2023. Incredibly sharp, straight out of the box, amazing feather sticker, it could even baton, scraped a fire steel like a king, sliced food like a boss, and like a Puko shoot, carved like a dream. Yet there is one big problem, ATCR V2, and you live in a very wet place. Meet the Roca Corpi Saturi in N690 steel. Everything we loved about the Roca, but in a stainless carefree package. Yeah! With its warm and grippy handle combined with stainless steel, this might be your next favorite carefree winter and bad weather knife. Get yours now with 15% off at Lumnia using code Mikkie Small Wiener. Nice, Martin, thanks. Link in the description.
To the R to the O to the C to the K, it's DBK, yo. Rock. It's a legend, of course, everybody knows it. You heard it in the voiceover. The Buck. And Martin, I think it is a beautiful classic knife.
I've had this knife before, but one from, I think, the 60s, yeah?
Yeah, ooh.
It had like the shittiest steel I ever had, so I sold it actually. I regret it, yeah, I regret it. But I sold it. And Mikkie, I had a few bucks, I got this knife again, and that edge, it looks horrible. So I'm not a fan.
Mark, you're so skeptical.
Yeah, but look at this edge.
Yeah.
That's very ugly. That's very ugly. It has burr on it. I'm not a fan.
It's hand sharpened, eh, Martin?
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a lifetime
warranty. But you know what company does hand sharpening as well? Tops.
Yeah, but you pay a lot more for those knives. I mean, this is over the 70 bucks. It's cheap.
It's true, and it's ugly.
No.
For all you Buck fans, don't worry. Martin got put in his place by the knife itself.
Whoa!
Okay!
Okay.
Martin! So who is laughing now, huh? Martin, I would say that's almost about 9 out of 10 for sharpness. What was the shit about your experience then?
I've never had a steel with such a bad edge retention, yeah. Okay. But people say that Buck has one of the best heat treatments, so I'm skeptical, but maybe they've changed since the 1960s. I hope so, at least.
So it is really sharp, or what?
It is really sharp. Very toothy, huh?
Raining. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the looks of this knife. It is so classic, but the steel is very, very budget. Very. But let me check how the feather sticking, and it's a little rough around the edges, but beggars can't be choosers, Martin. I'm gonna give it a 7, which is way higher than I thought it would get.
Damn.
And it is also starting to rain way harder than I thought it would rain. There's a mosquito and he's biting my nipple. So we're not gonna baton it on the classic way yet. I'm gonna baton it on the way you should. Well, you shouldn't baton with a folder, but if you want to baton like this, so you don't put any stress on the handle. But it's got a hollow grind. I do not like that. Okay, so no, this is not handy. This actually is the problem. Look, you see the break of this wood?
Yeah.
Because of the hollow grind, it's actually cutting in a separate direction.
Oh yeah, whoa, what the hell?
So that's why for these kinds of tasks, which this knife is not designed for, a hollow grind a hollow grind is far from the thing you want. But I'm gonna try and make a wedge and see if I can make this work. And otherwise I have another trick up my sleeve. You do clearly feel that you don't want to put as much power on this than on a regular fixed blade or whatever. But you can actually cut wood fairly nicely. It can feather stick. It doesn't really baton, but we've found a solution for that, which takes a little more effort. But I think the golden combination for a knife like this, if you'd only take a knife like this out in the wild, is a little saw, a silky saw to be more precise.
Hey, and it doesn't have to be much bigger than a actual folding knife, does it?
Oh, sorry, I thought I was talking. No, and I mean, look at how small this combination is. This is what you would take with you. And I'm gonna try out a trick and see if we can make a fire from this piece of wood that we might find in nature. I mean, ignoring the fact that it has been sawn off by us before in the previous video. But I could just saw it off with this silky saw.
So what you do is, when you have a log, cut into the middle of the log to about halfway.
Let's see if this works. It worked really well, and I mean, why would you do this? It's because no matter how wet the forest, the inside of wood is going to be pretty dry. Yeah, I mean, this side had a lot of knots, so that this could do it in any way or form surprises me. But look at that. It's
and
exactly half.
Now you can saw this and you have nicely like split logs.
Yeah. For the people who say this does require a lot of space, I have the saw and a knife in my pants. Sadly, there is a lot of space in my pants. You would then just saw this in half again.
Are you? What happened?
And
Where'd it go?
half of the wood flew off.
Where did it go? What the hell?
Even though it has this sharp part on the back, it gets maybe a 4 or 3 out of 10, because this in no lifetime is gonna be able to light these feathers.
Sadly, the knife could not light the feathers with a fire stew, so we used a piece of char cloth, which we made in one of our recent videos.
Whoa, got on vlam.
Yeah, making a fire is possible, and so is Bushcraft, because the thing can carve. Obviously, cutting tasks are also very doable, so all in all, I like the thing. However, before we did everything, We did test out the knife's edge retention with rope cutting against the cheapest Mora, and the results? Dramatically bad.
Yeah. But that now is just gone.
Yeah.
2 cuts. Okay, that's much better. And how expensive is this knife?
I think this is a limited edition, but this is practically the basic. That's like $12. At this price, it's not like a deal breaker that it has this bad edge retention, but if you have like a $200 knife with 420HC from Buck, then it would be a deal breaker.
Yeah. It's not actually going to stop raining, is it, Martin?
I don't think so. And you know what also isn't going to stop, Mikkie? Our Patreon giveaway!
Hey!
It is the last
Day.
We are giving away a Falcon Modern Bowie, thanks to DBK. Wow, that's very big. A DBK Bushcraft knife, also thanks to DBK. An Extrema Ratio Sethlins, thanks to Tools for Gents. The Rocca Corpus Centurion N690, thanks to Lamnia. And the BPS HK1 and HK4, thanks to BPS. Those are some pretty crazy knives.
You can make this knife work. I wouldn't say that this is a bad knife. I am going to say that this is a budget steal. But what my final conclusion would be about this knife is that you kind of have to work around this knife instead of this knife is going to work for you, if you get what I mean.
I like the looks. Yeah. It was sharper than I expected.
Much sharper.
Yeah. It is a budget steal. I still don't agree with the fact that Buck still uses 420HC. It's just, in my opinion, it's a bad steal. It's just simple as that. It's a bad steal. Is it a bad knife? No, it's not a bad knife.
And they're probably going to say, well, Martin, you know, if it's such a bad steal, why are so many people buying our knives? Because this is what the people from Buck sound like, you know?
And then the people who buy the knives sound like this. I'm a true American and I only buy American-made products, dude.
Okay. We are never going to have someone who is going to like us anymore. I don't want to shit on Buck because they are a legendary knife company.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows this folder probably.
Yeah, and you get a lifetime, no questions asked warranty. You know what?
That's good.
People have Bucks from their dads, from their grandfathers even. They go to the factory because it has a big chip in them. They send it back and they get a warranty.
Okay, Mikkie, I have to say
the blade again.
I really didn't like it because of the steel.
We need more love in the world.
Yeah. But it has settled down a bit. I have come to terms with it's a fine knife. It's just not a knife that I personally would ever pick because of the steel.
We proved in this video that you can make a knife work, and this knife wasn't bad because it did everything I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
But it just, I mean, if you get like a bug out.
Yeah.
It can baton, it can do everything, and it will keep an edge for longer, but it is not as beautiful, I think, as this knife.
No. Thank you very much for watching.
You get the point. Oh, every Thursday 1 p.m. PDT. Maybe there are still DBK knives in the webshop.
Oh, whoa, check it out.
Buy them.
Bye.